Okay, welcome to another YouTube video. As you guys can see, I'm fucking stoked to film this YouTube video. Lots of you guys have been begging me in my Discord community on how to find winning products the new modern way. Because Q4 is about to come up right now as I'm filming this YouTube video. It is Friday, 12th September, and you guys will get a sneak peek of something that I was gatekeeping for a very long time. That being said, let's get right into it. I'm hyped. Okay, so first things first, after my latest YouTube video, which went kind of semi-viral in the entire organic space, nobody actually knows who I am. So this time I thought I might introduce myself before I actually become the professor of today's lesson. So that way you have some proof as well that I know what the fuck I'm talking about. So this was me maybe a year and a half ago. Fucking hated my life, hated my job. And the worst thing about this is I had to pretend everything was fine. I was literally stuck in my 9 to 5 job, which I hated so much that I'm actually, I don't even want to look back at that time. I don't identify with this person anymore. This person I literally killed. This person is not alive anymore, the old Nico. Fast forward a year and a half, maybe 2 years, this is me, loving my life, giving back to the community, giving back to random people who look at these YouTube videos and don't even subscribe or don't even comment down below. Like, I mean, my latest YouTube video got 8,000 views. Probably 50% of you guys have gotten a primed IG from that. Have you joined my community? Have you dropped some W's in the comments? No, I don't care. I actually live my life. Since I became super successful with organic dropshipping around my entire career as an organic dropshipper, I made roughly 500k in revenue in euros. Not US dollars. In US dollars, that's probably 600k or something like that. I do not consider myself an organic dropshipper anymore, though. I feel like I'm a brand owner. Why? I'm the only person actively showing you guys the behind the scenes of. I met my suppliers in China. I showed you guys the warehouse. I showed you guys how to film for this product. I showed you guys everything. Please tell me one person in the comment who's doing the same exact thing with a product that is not dying out, with a product that is actively making money. Just last month, I made 35 fucking K with Cabres, all with creators. The crazier part about that is I wasn't even doing the content myself. I'm so good at what I'm doing that I can explain it to brand new beginners and they make money within their first week. This dude we're looking at, this handsome, tall, masculine, built guy is a organic brand scaler, traveling the world, actually living like, spending money however he wants to, renting supercars whenever he wants to, and so on and so forth. That being said, you guys probably feel like, oh, holy shit, you're just flexing all the time. No, bro. I gave so much back to the community. I started off with the 6-figure Demons community, which is a Discord community coupled with Warp. So you not only get courses, you also get live group calls with me and Alex. Alex is another multi-6-figure coach inside the VIP and inside the entire community and also inside the inner circle, which I'll touch on in just a second. Basically, we started for free. We had a shit ton of people joining. On the first day, we had already 100 people joining in, and after the first month, we were 1,000 people inside. Now we are roughly at 2,000 people. Then so many people were getting results with our free help and our free group calls that we had, then they were like, we need to get rid of the competition. And they've actually been begging me. They've been begging me to open up a VIP section where I talk about everything that I learned, my entire A to Z lessons on organic dropshipping, which is why I filmed the craziest course inside the entire organic space. Like you can see, this is results of our students. This is not fake. This is real people with real results. And then people were making so much money, not only as creator, also inside the inner circle. And we actually have Dushan going full send on organic dropshipping, and he made 42k in 3 fucking months, bro. That shit is insane. Our community is actually at such a peak and giving so much good value that we have some people of the biggest faces from the entire organic space, such as Mikey again, coming on stage and giving us the entire source and everything that he learned about his journey. You guys probably now be thinking, what the fuck is he talking about all the time? The topic of the video was how to find winning products. The reason I'm saying that is because look at this. The shit I have prepared for you guys today, this is not for you. This is what we're talking about, the VIP. You guys only get the sneak peek of the products. So there's 2 things you can think of right now. The first thing you could think of right now is, why the fuck am I so fucking stupid, lazy, and arrogant to not join the VIP in order to have not missed all the source we're currently talking about? Because this is the Q4 bootcamp. And this is only what we discovered on the second call. But the second thing you might be wondering right now, if you are already in VIP, holy shit, I already know what he's talking about. Nope. You know, all of these things that we'll talk about, I have so much more source I will talk with you guys about at the end. So everybody who's outside the VIP look at this YouTube video right now, you should be super fucking grateful that I share this information with you for free. And at the end of this YouTube video, I will actually share with you 3 more things that I have never told about anyone, not even in the VIP. So stick until the end of the YouTube video if you actually want to find out how to find winning products the super modern way. Real talk, how to find winning products the modern way. As you guys can see, there's multiple different phases. There's a shit ton of sticky notes. We will go through all of them and I'll explain everything in detail and as chronological as possible. Guys, by the way, many of these things you already have to know. I talk about all of the criteria that we'll talk about at the end as well in my Warp course already. So if you don't know or if you lose track at some point, unfortunately, you're just not as smart or as knowledgeable about the entire organics business than you probably think. Because most of these things, if you actually get lost, like what the fuck is he talking about? How does he know all of these things? People inside my VIP, they know about all of this because they watch the entire course, they join the group calls. So those are actually smart people who know how to run this business and they can repeat their success. You guys probably just make 10K and you don't even know how to repeat it. But I'll tell you now how to find your next winning product the modern way. So obviously, the most common way is the TikTok PR as well as the Instagram product research on your burner. Those are two things I don't even want to dive deep into because every other 9-to-5 dropshipper is explaining that as well. So today we'll talk about the more advanced stuff, right? Okay, beautiful. I just guess you agree right now and we'll just go right ahead. For Q4, because all of these things, they are kind of mainly about Q4. You have to understand that this entire Miro board, we are doing this in our VIP right now and we're building Organic Nemesis. Organic Nemesis is the entire brain of the people inside the group calls that we have. So let's say there's 40 people. Out of those 40 people, the average that we came up with is how to make 100K revenue in Q4. And these are the exact action steps that Organic Nemesis, this is the organic creator's name, this is the steps he has to do. And since Q4 is about to come up, we'll kind of build the connection between products, Q4, modern way, new thinking, custom products, and so on and so forth. And I'll try to give you guys as many ideas so you can connect the dots. I'm not gonna give you the exact product. I'm just gonna give you the knowledge so you know how to actually implement that knowledge, okay? So we have the TikTok PR. You know how to do the TikTok burner. You know how to do the IG burner. And then, this is very important, the real life PR. What is the real life PR? What could be products, especially in Q4? People in Christmas time, they buy anything, bro. They literally buy anything. So if you can come up with some random product that people need in Q4 or around Christmas time, which can't be sourced in physical stores and which is going to be super hard to source on Amazon as well, there you motherfucking go. What's something people need in Christmas around Q4? Like, think about it. Cozy vibes, warm, cookies, whatever it might be. Christmas trees. There's so many cool things. It could be about decorations, it could be about rugs, it could be about making lives easier. Those are all problem-solving criteria. So for example, there was this one YouTuber last year who had this Christmas tree which you can literally unfold within 10 seconds. That is something that you can, when you see a Christmas tree, you have to think of, oh, okay, I see people struggling to get this Christmas tree in their car. Maybe what's the easier solution? Plastic trees, okay, they already exist. Maybe there's like a fast way to get those plastic trees built up at home. Let me check that on AliExpress. Boom, bam, bam. There you have your product. You just found that in real life. You just made the connection of these two dots and now you found a winning product. And nobody else is probably going to have that same thought because most of the other people inside the organic space are fucking broke and stupid. You guys have to understand that what we're talking about is we're teaching this guy, Organic Nemesis, how to make 100K revenue. He's doing the TikTok PR, he's doing the IG PR, he's doing the real life PR. And I would say those two are actually the most important. The real life PR is probably going to be super hard if you haven't even made your first 6 figures, but you can definitely keep that in mind just to maybe get some inspiration for content ideas, future products, whatever it might be, just tweaking some small things maybe about your already existing product. This is super important. Always when you do PR, even if you scroll on your TikTok account, I'm always telling you guys, don't just scroll and brain rot. Think about everything. Look at the content, look at the comment, look at his website. Is there something you can find in order to improve your own business, right? It's not only always about the product. But that being said, obviously, you can do the research on AliExpress as well. On AliExpress, by the way, they have a Christmas sale. So if you search up on their Christmas sale and you see which products are probably on hot sale, those are probably the hottest selling that you can buy and then sell for somebody else as well. Does that make sense? It does make fucking sense. So that being said, the best and last thing you can do is, like, these are just generic ideas on how to find the products. We'll just talk later what exactly to do, right? How to find them actually. Another idea you can follow is the past Q4 winners. You can go on Michael Bernstein. We all know fucking Michael Bernstein. He's got plenty of YouTube case studies from people who make X amount of money last Q4. Just check out those case studies, see what product they've been running, think of a new video concept, bring that product back alive. On top of that, you can also check on Amazon what were products that were hottest selling last year. Maybe you check some weird ass data sheet online, or you ask ChatGPT just to get some ideas. The more data you get, the more decisions you can do. This is very important for business. From all these things, you can know exactly, this is actually my winning product, because we're not trying to find the winning product. We're trying to find your winning product. Your winning product is probably not my winning product. My winning product is probably not your winning product. There's so many people trying to copy Cabres, but they can't even film the product. They can't even source the product the right way. So I don't understand why so many people are literally just trying to copy you one-on-one. You have to take this as inspiration and then be like, oh shit, this is actually something I can film to my advantage so I can kill some competitors, huh? Let's go on to the next phase. I just told you guys to do all of this. But for Organic Nemesis, the person we are building, it is best to focus on mostly of the time, like maybe 60-70% of his entire product research time, he should be focusing on the TikTok and IGPR. And here's what I want him to do. So if somebody would ask me, because I'm giving you guys a blueprint, a framework on how to make 100K, or I at least find that product. If your content is trash, that is not my fucking problem, but I'm trying to give you the source on how to find that product that can make you those 6 figures. So when you do your TikTok, you always have your generic burner. This is probably the burner we all have and we kind of grew up with, right? On this burner account, you get all the different products from every single niche that just recently trending. Those are the products every dropshipper is running. So this is the base. You have to have this. But have you ever heard of this? The niche burner? Have you ever heard of this? The Q4 burner? Probably not, because most of you guys don't use your brain when you do this business model. The niche burner. Let's say I love the car niche. I have a specific niche burner on Instagram and TikTok where I only see products in the car niche. I myself decided at some point that I just like running products in the car niche. I don't like products running in the women's niche. That makes no sense. That's always challenging. I don't like running products in the Muslim niche. That was something I was not really connected with. So I decided for myself, okay, that's a car niche. If I run the car niche, why do I even need my generic burner? The generic burner is good to get some idea outside, but inside your niche burner, when this is a car niche burner, you'll get so many more good products that you won't even see on your generic burner. So you're kind of missing out on products that you would like to run so much, because you won't even see them. They are not visible to you on the generic burner. So this is super important. And now let's look at actually which niches there are, because some of you guys probably will be beginners and you just know the car niche, maybe the Christian niche, and that's it. So we have the car niche, the couples niche, the tech niche. The tech niche can be as much as a small gaming boy. It can be the car play, whatever it might be. There's so many different products in the tech niche. Then we have the health and beauty niche. That's more like a female niche. Then we have the religious product. This can be as much as the Quran book, the Christian comic, the Muslim jar, the Christian jar, and so on and so forth. Then we have the sports niche. We have the pets, animal, dog, cat niche. The celebrities niche, for example, so many people were running that with rugs, with some music stuff, some, I don't know, some paintings, whatever it might be. There's always something you can do. For example, I think, wasn't there like plushies, shoes, something like that, t-shirts, juice ball shoes, whatever it might be. And then overall, the girls, woman niche. Next up, we have the Q4 burner. Q4 burner / gift burner. You might be thinking, the fuck does that even mean? How do I find Q4 gift products? Reverse that thought. I always like to, when I have a thought, how did I come up with this thought? Okay, giftable products. Who's gifting products? Probably a girl to his boyfriend. Maybe a husband to his wife. Oh, couples. So I need to interact with couples shit. Okay, so let me build that algorithm around couples products. Obviously, people have to gift something to each other. And there you will find giftable products, seasonal products, overall Q4 winners, and couple product. What is a giftable product? A giftable product can be as much as the best product in the entire organic space, such as the car brace. So my girl, for example, would love cars. And I see that on my product, on my burner account, I would be like, holy shit, I need to gift this to my girlfriend. What is a seasonal product? A seasonal product can be as much as a calendar. The calendars will be super hot selling in the next 3 months. The second Christmas Eve is over, nobody's gonna spend a single dime on calendars anymore. Q4 winners, for example, the Sharky ones were big Q4 winners. The calendars are always big Q4 winners. Then the rugs, for example, they make 5 figures for sure, but they are barely making 6 figures in Q4 probably. Everything that's kind of connected to Christmas and around this whole season, cozy, warm, Christmas, so many things that are kind of, because people go crazy in Q4. They just spend money on everything. What could be couple products? Maybe, for example, the bracelets, which do like this vibration thing. I'm not saying that is a super good product. It made a shit ton of money. If I would run it, probably, no, just to give you guys spark some idea, what could be a couple product. So now you should know where to find your products, what exactly to look for, and how to actually execute on that. Now you have to do all of this every single day for 1 hour. The way I would do it, I would do this on day 1, this one on day 2, and this one on day 3. The main reason you want to do it like this and you don't want to do everything the same day is because you will cook your account. Let's say most of you guys, you exhaust your account so much that you just see the same shit over and over again, which is why you struggle so much. Now you diversify more. Okay, this account, and this account means even though you scroll so much on this account, which you should not be doing, but after 3 days, you'll see some new shit. This way, diversification, super important. What are the criteria for good Q4 products? First off, there's always main criteria. We will not cover the main criteria. Everybody should know the main criteria. If you don't know the main criteria, join the fucking VIP and look at the course. That being said, I want to mainly touch on Q4 criteria. So we need a high barrier to entry. Why do we need a high barrier to entry? Because now everybody saw the Halloween calendar. After a week, when people saw that converting quite high, everybody jumped on the Halloween calendar. It was easily sourceable on AliExpress, so everybody just jumped on it. If you would have custom made the calendar, you would have had all this money just for you, and you wouldn't have to stress out people copying you and starting to do the same shit as you. Then packaging is super important as well. The better your packaging is looking like, the better you have it on your website as well. Maybe even you just portray a different picture on the website and then the real packaging is different, but that is no advice from me. You can do whatever you want to. That was just a small hint. But packaging is going to be super important because most people, they hate packaging. So they want to buy a product that already has nice packaging, which looks branded, luxurious, so they can gift it to the partner immediately. I said that in my course as well. Packaging and gift boxes are so important. When you think about rituals is just a fucking 9-to-5 deodorant, perfume, lotion shit. But the packaging is so high quality that people just gift each other like soap and shampoo. Like if you would go to a normal supermarket and you would buy some shampoo and you gift that to me, I would be like, bro, what the fuck? But with this rituals thing, just because the branding is so good, people actually feel appreciated when somebody gifts that to them. This is how much difference the packaging can make, right? And then obviously the better the product is giftable, the more it's gonna convert. So Carbrace, for example, is a super giftable product, which is why it's gonna make 100K in Q4, whereas there's lots of other products which are probably not so giftable. And this is like a question I always like to ask myself. If this shit is even worth my money. Would I buy this for myself? Would I buy this for my mom? Would I buy this for my dad? Would I buy this for my brother? I always ask myself this question. If the question is no, I'm probably not even starting to run this because you have to think about this. It's Q4. People will think like, would my brother actually appreciate that if I buy him this? Would my mom be happy about that? If the answer is no, this is a shit product. If you know your brother is a car fan, the answer is going to be yes, my brother is going to love the Carbrace. Yes, I need to buy this for him. And then, this is by the way, we've actually been going the wrong cycle, but now I have to reverse engineer the explanation for you guys. Anyways, one question you always have to ask yourself is if you can actually run this specific product to your advantage. So many guys are sending me from my inner circle. They are asking me for products in Q4 where they need to have a snowy background and they live somewhere in the Maldives. Like, bro, surely you won't have snow in Q4 in Christmas time. How do you want to run this product? This is not going to be to your advantage. You're already starting this product with a disadvantage. There's a specific strategy I recently taught you guys in the Q4 call. Like if you already fuck up, if you already fuck up the first step and you realize that at the end, you kind of have to start from the beginning as well, which is why I always from the beginning like to do everything right. Even though if it's just one small thing, such as not having snow in the background, which could be the long-term killer for your growth. Is there trending content and enough marketing angles for this specific product out there right now? You don't always have to just look for the product. What I like to do is that I'll dive deep on this at the end of this call as well. Is there also a video concept? Is there something trending about this right now where I can just make a chemical combination from both of these and then boom, bam, ding, money is coming in. Whereas if you just have the product and you have a completely different video concept, which is not even trending, which was trending 2 years ago, you're putting yourself in a disadvantaged position because it's going to make money so much harder. And then these are overall kind of important, but almost the same. Obviously, the product should always have a high perceived value. It shouldn't look super cheap. Nobody likes buying cheap stuff. There's also so many products which I see on my burner where, for example, this cigarette Santa Claus shit. bro, nobody's buying the shit. And now you can send me some screenshots of some persons which apparently made 100K with that. I ain't believing that shit. Nobody's buying this plastic garbage shit. And then next up, obviously, the more you're in a passionate niche, the more money you will be making. And ideally, the product already has proof of concept. And then last but not least, if you've done all of that and you know exactly what you're looking for, the only and last criteria before ordering are these things. Check your competitors. Is the content actually still going viral? Are they still uploading? Is the product maybe saturated? And product saturation is not real. Market and video concepts are only saturated. So you have to check that. Maybe if the product feels saturated in a specific niche, maybe you just bring that into a new niche and there's a whole new market which hasn't seen that product before. Then check what's the target audience in the comments. Is it more likely kids? Is it adults asking for where to buy the product? Is there demand? Can you improve upon it? Do you need the props? Do you maybe already have the props? If this is a product that you have to film in the snow and you don't have snow because you live somewhere in Italy, maybe that does make sense. Then check the test order in order to see if it's actually converting. And that is it. Now, there's 3 things I want to touch on, which I told you guys in the beginning, which are super important as well, which most of you guys are probably not thinking about them. And I will only touch very shortly on them because the deep explanation on this entire thought that I will now kind of elaborating very shortly, I will be giving in my VIP group call. But just for you guys to spark some ideas, what you need to do as well is Hello Data research, Etsy research, custom research. Every single product that you find, right? I'll explain you guys one because I'm so fucking nice. I'll explain to you guys the last thought that I want you guys to kind of think deeper about it is the custom thought. Okay. Most of you guys with the Halloween calendar, that's just the perfect example because everybody was sending me this. Everybody started doing it. If you would have had the competitive edge of just a small custom touch, it would have killed all your competitors. Let's actually elaborate that thought even more. If you have, for example, one specific product, there's, for example, these small dog things where you just put in the dog animal hair and it's like a small display. They just have it for one, like they have one sample size. If you custom make that and make it more individual, first of all, it's going to be not even more higher perceived value. You're also killing your competitors. So the product I'm talking about is only one design of a dog food. Right? But you can make this, okay, you can have this in different colors, you can make this in different sizes, you can make this custom for each and every dog. So that, for example, they were selling it only in the color brown with like the usual dog foot. Now, obviously there's dogs which are black, there's dogs which are white. Maybe some of them have a bigger foot, maybe they have a smaller foot, maybe they have different texture on their feet. I don't know, I'm not a fucking animal expert. All I'm saying is you need to come up with a custom note to it because that's going to kill competitors, that's going to give it higher perceived value, and that actually makes you look like a brand and people are more willing to spend money on your product. Okay guys, this is the end of the YouTube video. Thanks for tuning in. As I can see, we are already recording for more than 30 minutes and I was actually trying to do it shorter than 30 minutes. Apparently I was spitting too much sauce. Once again, drop some W's in the comments down below. As mentioned, Alex and I recently opened up our inner circle. If you guys are interested in joining, then click the link down below and we'll see if it's a good fit. Right now, upcoming Q4, it's the best time to join. This is not because I'm trying to create some fake scarcity. This is literally because in Q4, every good decision that you make can 10 times make you the money back. Every wrong decision that you make, for example, you didn't know how to do this specific strategy on Instagram, can cost you thousands and thousands and maybe even break your entire cash flow. That being said, this is the end of the YouTube video. I'll see you on the other side, inside the inner circle, bro. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment W down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.